So in 2026, we're seeing this really strange new kind of war between the US and Iran. It's a conflict where having your navy blown up doesn't actually mean you're losing, and where the most potent weapons aren't missiles, they're oil tankers and viral tweets. So how on earth do we get here? Let's get into it.
And this is the central puzzle of the whole thing. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard in a traditional sense, the US is crushing it. They've taken out dozens of Iranian ships and military sites, and yet it feels like Iran is the one calling the shots, controlling the global economic story. So how is that even possible? Okay, so first, let's look at the US side of things. In late February 2026, they kick off this thing called Operation Epic Fury. And the goal was pretty straightforward: capability degradation. Basically, a fancy way of saying they wanted to break Iran's ability to fight a normal, head-on war. And you know, at first glance, it looked like this was working perfectly. CENTCOM came out with reports confirming over 17 Iranian naval vessels were either destroyed or just flat-out disabled. I mean, on paper, that's a massive blow to their navy. But that's where the story starts to get complicated. Yeah, and this wasn't just about taking out a few boats. The US ran a systematic campaign to take apart Iran's entire military backbone. We're talking command centers, facilities for the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, ballistic missile sites, and yeah, even nuclear-related targets. The whole shebang. Now, this is super important. The US has been crystal clear that this is not about regime change. They've kind of admitted that past efforts to do that haven't gone so well. So the stated goal isn't to topple the government, it's just to take away their conventional toys. Okay, so you've got the US focused on winning a conventional military fight. But here's the thing, Iran knows they can't win that fight. They'd get wiped out, so they're not even playing that game. They're playing a completely different one, a game designed to hit America where it hurts. And this is a textbook case of what's called asymmetric warfare. It's the classic David and Goliath story, right? If you're David, you don't try to outpunch Goliath, you pick up a sling. You don't play to their strengths, you find their biggest weakness and you exploit it. So here's the bottom line. The US and Iran have completely different ideas of what winning even looks like. For the US, winning means blowing up hardware. For Iran, winning just means surviving and making the whole thing so painful and expensive for the other side that they eventually just give up. And this is where it gets, well, kind of wild. Iran's asymmetric strategy isn't just about ships and mines. It's happening in the information space too. We're seeing official government social media accounts acting like, for lack of a better word, professional trolls. I'm serious. We're talking about Iran's official, verified embassy accounts. You know, the ones with the little blue check mark. And they are waging this surprisingly effective PR war. They're just dripping with sarcasm, mocking US claims on a global stage for everyone to see. I mean, just look at this post from the Iranian embassy in Zimbabwe. This isn't some dry diplomatic statement. It's a straight-up sarcastic jab at the most powerful navy in the world. It basically says, you say you're the strongest ever, but you can't even get through this little body of water. Ouch. Or how about this one from the embassy in Austria? The language is just incredible. It calls the administration a herd of Stone Age beasts. I mean, this is designed to paint the US as some kind of primitive, barbaric force to a global audience. This isn't diplomacy anymore, it's digital warfare. So you have this war of words happening online, but Iran's most powerful weapon isn't a tweet. It's a tiny strip of water that is absolutely vital to the entire global economy. All right, let's talk about the Strait of Hormuz. This thing is one of the most critical choke points on the planet. Before all this started, about a fifth of the world's entire oil supply passed through this narrow channel. To put that in perspective, that's like 20 million barrels of oil every single day. And here's the brilliant or terrifying part. Iran didn't need some huge naval blockade to do this. All they had to do was create chaos. A few threats here, a few targeted attacks there, and suddenly the insurance companies that cover these massive oil tankers say, no way, it's too risky. The result? The flow of oil just dries up. In this is where it starts to hit home for everybody. The US Energy Information Administration projected a major spike in oil prices because of this mess. And what does that mean? It means you pay more at the pump. It means a bigger risk of inflation. Suddenly, who won a sea battle doesn't matter nearly as much as the price of gas. So let's bring this back home. What does all this actually mean for the US economy? What's the real price tag for a war that isn't really being won in the traditional sense? And here's the kicker. The US economy was already looking a little shaky before any of this kicked off. We saw growth slow way down from a healthy 4.4% to less than 1% at the end of 2025. So this energy shock, it hit an economy that was already vulnerable. You can think of it like a perfect storm. You've got everybody paying more for fuel, you've got the rising threat of inflation, there's this huge cloud of uncertainty over the whole economy for the rest of the year. And on top of all that, with national debt already so high, the government doesn't have a ton of options to fix it. Which brings us to the biggest question of all. The US has sunk the ships, they've destroyed the bases, but Iran has managed to snarl the global economy and is, in many ways, winning the information war online. It really forces you to ask, in a war like this, when it's fought with tweets and tankers, what does victory even look like?